So I didn't think someone was gonna do it. So started to say that it's started. How about Arlene? I just started to say that it's start. We're starting right away.
That would be great.
There's weights on there. Actually, like barbell weights. Hello, hello. Hi, folks. So we're going to get started right away here. So if folks want to make their way towards the dulcet tones of my voice, we'll get going shortly here. The drummers will be joining us in. There'll be some excellent speakers here for you. Yeah, talk soon.
You gotta stick mic. Hey, Brad.
Why don't you stand behind the chair?
Yeah, there's no cool audio, so I have to use
Over there is pretty loud.
Yeah.
So when we're in a circle, our voice is very better.
I'm not sure if it makes sense.
Okay. I'll be back.
Can I ask the drummers to come to the front, please?
We also have to go around this microphone and that way they can hear us. So the chair?
Behind the chair.
You guys ready to move?
What do you want?
But we need this mic down here.
I can hold it down there. I will be your. I will be. Oh no, I can't actually move it that far. It's taped down. But you guys go from there. Turn it on. You guys go from there.
Is it on right now? Oh, okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Bonjour, Nanishnakas Makade Mekanaki Kwe, Wabaganushi Suda. My spirit name is Black Turtle. Most people call me Sandy, and I'm the knowledge keeper at Sage House. Johnny Mexico presented us with this tobacco to come and sing a few songs, to share some songs with the people today. It's a very solemn day. It's a very difficult day for a lot of us. My son passed away in 2021 from fentanyl poisoning and everything that's associated with it. And so I'm really glad to see everybody here and supporting and all the beautiful people that are helping in this horrible crisis. It's just a horrible crisis. We're just losing so many people, and it's absolutely heartbreaking, and the damage that it does to families. I know firsthand, losing my son, my 27-year-old son. The families are broken, and it just continues with heartache and sadness and trauma. But when I see everybody here, it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel supported and loved, and somebody cares. We all care for each other. We're community, and we're here to honor the people that have passed and to be support to those who have lost loved ones. And also as people to tell our community, please think before you take drugs like this. Learn things that you need to learn how to use safely if you're going to use. Like, what is that saying? Go slow, start low, go slow, and use in pairs, right? And always have Narcan, lots of Narcan. So yes, we were going to sing a few songs with Sage House, the Running Buffalo Women Singers. We have a little drum group, and we're going to sing a few songs with you today that we're going to share. The first song will be a welcoming in song, and so we're going to get started. Miigwech.
Whoa.
How about one more quick round of applause of thanks and appreciation? So folks, hello and welcome to International Overdose Awareness Day 2023 in Winnipeg. My name is Thomas Linner. I am the Provincial Director of the Manitoba Health Coalition. I was asked to help to MC today's events. Just want to say how great it is to see how many people here, how many different organizations are here, sharing knowledge, sharing grief, sharing stories of solidarity. It's wonderful to have you all here. We're going to hear from some folks today, and I'm going to get us started really quick with Mitch Bourbonniere from OPK to tell you a little bit about his story.
Thank you.
I'm emotional in this moment. So I'm representing 4 organizations that are very concerned with this issue. OPK Manitoba, Mount Carmel Clinic, the Downtown Community Safety Partnership, and the Din Waymak, our relatives' place. I work for these beautiful organizations, and we care, excruciatingly care about this issue of overdose. I have a walk that I do every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 9:30 a.m. out of 605 Main Street, and at 5:30 on Friday nights, and on the other side of the river on Tuesday nights with Uville Clinic. We visit the encampments, we visit with our relatives on the street, we make sure that they have harm reduction supplies, we make sure they have food and clothing, and we make sure they have a little bit of love sent their way. You can join us anytime for any of that. Just get a hold of me. I have a son. He's 38 years old. He has a brutal form of schizophrenia. It's the worst. It would take me a long time to describe to you the horrors of his every waking moment. He uses drugs and alcohol to cope and to self-medicate with horrendous experiences that he's having inside of his own mind. He's been a missing person. He's been hospitalized. He's been arrested. He's been taken to the drunk tank. He's been beaten up. He's had a knife held to his throat by drug dealers. But he's still with me. And it takes Herculean efforts every day to do whatever I have to do to keep him alive. And you might call me an enabler. You might call me whatever you want, but you don't know what it's like to walk in his shoes and my shoes. My heart in this moment and every day of my life goes out to parents who have had a child die. My son spent 3 months on life support at the Health Sciences in 2011. As I said, he's been a missing person. I can't find him. He's been out there. But in this moment, he's still on the earth. But my heart goes out to the parents that have lost their child, that they're not on the earth anymore. And that's why I'm here. If you are a parent or a sibling or a child or a grandparent of someone who's died from overdose, raise your hand really high. Okay? Everybody look around and see those hands, okay? These are children, parents, siblings, and grandparents, and aunties and uncles of someone who's lost their life. Okay, now, if you work for an organization that cares about this and is trying to do something about this, if you work for that organization, raise your hand. Okay. So now, what I'm going to, this is my only message to government. This is my only message. Whoever raised a hand, whether it was a family member or a worker that works front line on the street, if you raised your hand, this is who the government needs to listen to. You have the answers. You've done the research. You know what it takes to take care of this issue. You are the experts, only you. You should be brought into this building and you should be sat in a circle so that you can tell the government what they need to do, and then they need to go out and just 1,000% implement what you just told them. Love you.
Now I know why they let me be the MC, so they could watch me cry on stage. That's awesome. Okay. So our next speaker is Jacob Kaufman, peer advocate with a lot of life experience here to share with us all.
Wow. Oh, crap, Mitch. You made me cry. Looking out right now, all I can think is, this is what harm reduction looks like. All of you here gathered together for the same purpose. The only purpose, to save lives. I'm a recovering heroin addict. I grew up in Vancouver. By the time I was 18, I traveled all across North America by myself. Harm reduction saved my life. It's about damn time the government wakes up and realizes that the only way forward is with harm reduction, with safe supply. Stop letting our family members be poisoned daily. My biggest dream, my biggest hope right now is a day where we will not have to gather like this, begging for people's lives, to a bunch of idiots who have earplugs in, basically. I just want to say thank you all for coming. This means a lot to me. Thank you. Treat people like people, and thank you.
Oh, good. I understand. Yeah, it's totally fine. Great. Hi, folks. So I'm going to say a few words on behalf of the Manitoba Health Coalition right now. So again, my name is Thomas Linner. I'm the Provincial Director of the Manitoba Health Coalition. I want to start off by just talking to you all about, and some of you may have heard me use this analogy before, if you've heard me speak on this issue before. I'm not a doctor, and I don't even play one on TV, but I do care a little bit about public health. And in public health, we have a concept called triage. Basically where we take, there may be a couple doctors in the field here. We have a concept called triage. And under the basic premise of triage, those who are in the most need are seen first, are cared for first. And we dedicate our actions and our resources towards those who are in the most need. And unfortunately, in Winnipeg, in Manitoba, in 2023, on International Overdose Awareness Day in 2023, we have to say that what we employ when it comes to one of the worst public health crises this country, this province have ever seen, is a perversion of triage. Instead of taking those who are at the most need and placing them at the front of the line for our care and for our attention, we put them at the back of the line. We take the resources from them. We lie about the resources that they need. And we waste time and introduce legislation to kick the issue down and pass the next election around the corner so that more lives are lost and less can be done. It's scary. My daughter is here today. I really want my daughter to grow up with a better sense of herself and her relationship to drugs and alcohol and all of the other substances that there are that I had, hidden away, blacking out every other weekend. What the hell are we trying to tell young people about their relationship with drugs and alcohol and the people who can help them when it all gets too much? We're calling for a supervised consumption site in Winnipeg and Manitoba. Because the difference between today and tomorrow for so many people is the services offered every day by people here. People who are not trained to run a supervised consumption site, but are offering them anyways. Because that's what you have to do to save lives in 2023 in Winnipeg and in Manitoba. We have Sunshine House, we have the RV over there, you know. This government introduced legislation to shut down Sunshine House, to shut down. Is that a super? I'm just trying to talk, officer. I'm sorry. I'm going to be done soon, trust me. We have some statistics from the mobile overdose prevention site, the only overdose prevention site in Winnipeg, in Manitoba, and that is under threat of being shut down. But since October, the mobile overdose prevention site has seen 17,000 people. There have been 4,500 safer drug uses, supervised safer drug uses. There have only been 19 overdoses with no deaths, and only 3 hospitalizations, which were of the individual's wishes. It was their wish to go see hospitalization after that. So folks, that is an overdose rate of 0.007%. On God's green earth, look me in the eyes and tell me we don't need more of that. Do your best, government, do your best. Okay, I could talk for hours and nobody paid any money to see that. So I am going to bring up our final speaker, and the first person who I called, actually, outside of some of the people on my board, when I took the reins at the Manitoba Health Coalition, because I knew that Arlene Lascombe, with Mum Stop the Harm and Overdose Awareness Manitoba, was someone who I wanted to know. And I think you do too, Arlene Lascombe.
Hello, my name is Arlene Lascombe. On a Thursday night in July of 2014, our son Jesse died from a fentanyl poisoning. Our son Jesse was only 24. He was here one moment and gone the next. Far too many, this has happened to you too. I want to start with a quote by a Canadian politician. "We speak for the dead to protect the living." That has been my journey for 9 years now, to speak for those that are no longer here, but still want to be heard. Today on our steps are 2,531 ribbons to represent the deaths due to a toxic drug supply since 2014 to April 2023. Today, our loved ones are being honored and remembered. The ribbons, the pictures show the truth. And they help me tell their stories so that we can make change. And today I get to speak the truth about our current government. Today I give you 2,531 reasons why the PC government has failed. They have contributed to our loved ones dying. Our children, our loved ones, are dying from the toxic drug supply, not lack of treatment, not lack of policing. We continue to speak about the toxic supply, and the PC government and the Premier talk about beds and walk-in RAM clinics. 418 people died last year. In April, May, and June of this year, 13,000 naloxone kits, the antidote for an opiate overdose, were distributed by the government take-home naloxone program. 13,000 kits. Every day somebody dies in Manitoba, every single day. Fatal overdoses are our #1 killer in Manitoba. Where else is someone dying every day? I do not believe that Premier Stephenson would line up outside a RAM clinic 2 hours before it opens with her child. I do not believe that our Premier would accept waiting and then being told to come back tomorrow because they can only take 2 because they have to take the people they didn't see yesterday. And our Premier, what if her child died in the night from a toxic street supply? So there are no more tomorrows. Would she be okay with the decisions herself and her ministers have made? To hide the data, the deaths, to hide the types of drugs on our streets, to hide the evidence, to not choose to educate the public on what was killing someone every day? The PC do what they do best, judge and try to divide. The PC use the language of "we are helping." The PC government talks beds 9 to 5 hours to help with addiction and a toxic drug supply. But in a subtle language, they convince families and our loved ones it's our fault. That our loved ones didn't try hard enough. That as parents, it's our fault that treatment didn't work. That it's our fault our child tried a drug from the street that was toxic and died. Today, my message is clear. There is no room in our government, in this province, for decisions to be based on religion, privilege, and we know better attitude. We have the evidence that harm reduction works. We have the proof that we can save lives. A toxic supply of street drugs is what is killing our loved ones right now. And a government that stigmatizes my son and your children and loved ones, I'm here to say it is not the fault of your children or loved ones, or is it our fault? It is the PC government that even after 2,531 loved ones have died, keep talking about what they have done and what they will do. How many people do we let a government let die before we say enough? How many more of our sons and daughters have to die? This fall, we have a chance to save lives. We have a chance to change this madness. People's lives should not be judged and condemned by a government. And a mother should not do what a government should be doing. My message is simple. Vote for change. Listen to all of these deaths. The proof is here for all to see. These ribbons are people. This is the PC's biggest failure as a government. To let 2,531 people die is unacceptable. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Thomas.
Thank you very much, Arlene.